and welcome back to PlayStation Access. We're at E3. I'm with Nathan.
Hello.
And we saw Dying Light 2 today.
Yeah, we did. I am a big fan of Dying Light.
No one gets it, but Nathan was a massive fan of Dying Light. You played it for so long.
I need 2 trophies to get the platinum, and they're all co-op trophies. And Dave is going to help me when we get home, aren't you, Dave?
Woo. Dave is not going to help
That
him.
was the smallest woo. No, I think he will.
But today we're going to focus on something they're really pushing, which is the narrative sandbox, the real story element they want to bring to this open world.
Yes.
And they're going ham on it. Like, they're hiring all the right people.
Yeah.
Witcher people.
And Chris Avallone, who's kind of a narrative director who a lot of people will know from working on kind of choice-based RPG games. Dying Light 2, I'm in anyway, because I really like Dying Light. It had like a super kind of original feel to it, and it had that kind of rough diamond kind of feel to it as well.
Yeah, it was almost there, but it was still super fun. It didn't matter.
Yeah, and from like a studio who'd never made anything that good before, so it's kind of really, and they kept with it. The community's great, so I'm in anyway. And it's set 15 years later. It's in a European city rather than it was kind of like I never really understood whether it was South American or Middle Eastern. I think it was Middle Eastern before. Now it's supposed to be in kind of a European city. The world has not done well, so the world is kind of over. This might be the last human habitation left in the world, and it's doubling down on everything you'd expect. So, like, there's new melee combat. They said they've got twice as many kind of parkour moves in it as before, and I asked directly the lead designer, like, will it take as long for the parkour to be fun? Because I think at the beginning of the first game, it was like, is this game a bit jankier than I thought, or does it take ages to unlock? Once you unlock all the parkour in the first game, it's brilliant. And they said, okay, we got that a bit wrong. So what we've done, we've made it easier. It's more fun at the start, and there's twice as much stuff to unlock. So we can make that long arc, but without it being like not so much fun for like 5 hours or whatever at the beginning. So I was like, get that off.
Yeah. All
That's
of that
good.
bit, that kind of mechanic-y stuff, it's all there, and there's loads of upgrades.
But the most important thing probably is the whole kind of city state.
Yes.
So within the city, you are going to make decisions which are going to change the way that the city kind of looks and feels.
Yeah.
And the example that they've given so far is, there were different factions in the last Dying Light. This time you can kind of play them off against each other. So they showed a mission where there are gangs, and these 2 people, they want to gain control of a water tower.
Yes.
There's a kind of a dystopic UN group called the Peacekeepers, and they're kind of, they're good. They want some good stuff, and they kind of want to get the water tower so that everyone in the area can have free water.
Yeah.
And you choose, basically, who do you help? And what they showed was the consequences. If you help the Peacekeepers, everyone has free water, so the general population are kind of better off, and the Peacekeepers build some infrastructure, so there's actually better ways for you to get around. And there's water, so you can heal yourself at fountains. So there's like benefits to this. But you now live in a city where these guys, because it's the apocalypse, they're pretty mean. So like
it's like there's a big drop down banner. It's like, steal food, we cut off your right hand. Steal food again, and we hang you. And it's like, okay, so we've got water, and no one's dying, but we're all miserable.
Exactly. And there are bystander chat of like, was there a trial for these people? No, there was no trial. So there's that. And then they showed us the opposite, which is you help these 2 guys take over, and they run it like gangsters. So there's people queuing up for water.
Which they've got to pay for.
There's no new infrastructure, but you have like a little back door into, because they like you now. Yeah. So you're sharing in their profits, and it's good for you. So I assume there's going to be like other factions and other different ways that you can make choices. And what happens is the city will respond to what choices you make. So blue peacekeeper flags go up all over the area if you help the peacekeepers.
The colours of the whole world look different. It was so dark and red if you stuck with the bag.
Exactly.
Like
and if there are other factions, it's going to get more complicated, and there's going to be world state kind of changes and effects on merchants or whatever, and the general populace that you don't necessarily anticipate. And one of the cool things was, they weren't really talking about multiplayer today, but one of the things
someone did try.
Yeah, but one of the things they did say was, one of the cool, like they view co-op as like inherent in the DNA of Dying Light, which is great because it was really good fun. So you're going to be able to go into other people's worlds, and this time it's going to be different to your world because they're going to have made different choices in their single player game. So when you visit someone else's game, you're going to be like, oh, okay, like if I'd made all these choices.
Oh yeah, no, I don't have this. I'd be like, oh, cool, that's really cool. Like in my world, I have to pay for the water.
And what's nice is, Dying Light is super replayable, and it's like got this long tail of this community, and it's a really nice way. Once you've played through, you might not want to go like, I kind of wanted to see what happens if I do it the other way, but like 20 hours in and what's going on. And now you visit other people's worlds, and it kind of gives you a snapshot, which I really think is a very cool mechanic.
Yeah, it really is.
So that is as if I wasn't going to be into Dying Light 2 anyway, because it's got twice as much parkour, and I saw someone chop somebody else's head off with an axe made from a road sign today, so that,
And you knew you were home.
I was, yeah, exactly. I am also down for this kind of, I find that kind of stuff really basically compelling.
It's the over-the-top, grotesque, but weirdly fun Dying Light style violence.
Exactly.
It's really quick.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm in. I'm just in. So let us know in the comments what you think of Dying Light 2 if you've seen any of it so far. Don't forget to like this video if you enjoyed it, and stay tuned to PlayStation Access throughout E3 and beyond. We've got loads more videos coming up.